Alright folks, I said I'd post a update video for you, and I'm going to right now. The Sunday update, right? A cool Sunday update, right? It's cool out here, but raining on and off, so I got cooking to do, so I'm not too concerned about getting this packed today. I'll do that another day, but I got my birch split up the other night in the rain, and my popple. My kindlings are all stacked. That's 3 layers back, right? So that's 3 rows of kindling. Be plenty. I can't see burning any more than a foot off the top of that, tell you the truth, but it's better to have more than not enough, right? And there should be enough wood there to pretty well fill this, right? And I do have a little bit more spruce to gather up, and I'll put in there. So we'll be looking at some wet birch to burn, and there's some dry stuff in there too. Some really dry popple, which is the hardest softwood you can get, and some really dry spruce. That's what I'm going to burn in my cabin when I get my stove hooked up. But there's only a little bit of work. I'm going to clean this up a bit. I may pressure wash them down and make them pretty. Cut the overhang off. It'll only take a few minutes. These aren't things that I'm really concerned about right yet. This is just the on and off stuff. In the kind of rainy days I do that. But I'd like to clean this up this week, right? Take my my foam and clean it up. May go back to the chinking, get that done up. May get into the chinking of the front. I'm not going to be able to chink the whole thing this year, I don't think. I don't have enough supplies for that, but I'll do what I have for mix, right? And I did put my order in for lumber. I ordered 100 feet of 2x10 the other night for my brother's mill, right? He works for a mill. I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to build my own windows here. I really like the ones that I built up here, and they work really nice, and they look nice. I think they do. You guys commented and said they did look nice. The ones up top, and they do function. They open up. So if I went through this much trouble of building the cabin and this much effort, why not get rid of the shitty Lockwood windows, which aren't in very good shape anyway? Build my own, and then that way all my trim will match, right? And I can say I built everything, right? I'd like to be able to tell everybody I built everything and not have to say, well, I didn't build them windows, right? But so that's what I'm going to do, and that way, like I say, all that, basically the frame itself is my trim, so same as the above window, everything will be consistent, right? And I'll reuse the glass in these, and I'll make them open. There'll be a double, and so they'll open up this way with a mullion in the middle, right? But that's my little spiel. I tried to the other night. I went in and got one more can of expansion foam, because that's what I'll need when I put these windows together. I tried to see if they had caulking in a handheld tube, a squeeze tube, gray, and they didn't. They had white, they had clear, but they didn't have any color. But I know you can get it. And the reason I wanted it for that upper window, I just wanted to do a very simple pattern on that window and paint it and make it into wing glass. So when the light shines in, I'll have some nice little pretty colors in my cabin. But these are afterthoughts. Like, these aren't important things. These are just things that I keep in the back of my mind to do. And I'll get to this too in here. And what I'll do, the acoustic sound in this little place is just amazing, folks, right? Like, welcome to my world. It is nice. It's like being in a little guitar. But I'm going to start, I'll knock some of this foam back, and I'm going to start chinking. I'd like to chink all the inside this winter, right? If I can get that guy hooked up, he's the killer. He's the one that I'm more concerned about doing, right? That, and get these windows built, right? There's the last log I got to chink, or got to put the foam in, right? Because once, like I say, I know this is kind of a rant, but once I get this stove hooked up and the headache of that over with, it's like $300, right? No other way to do it. Once I get it done, then I can do all the stuff in here, right? I can start doing the chinking. I can start building my cupboards, get that going. I can lay out from where my door is going to be next year. Do that. Maybe get my main beam in here for my spiral stairs. The next thing after that, if the stove is hooked up, I'll get my cupboards going. That'll be my big thing. And maybe I have a good year with Santa. Maybe he likes me this year. And I'll get my lumber for the loft and get my loft in. And then that way I can get my bed set up that I built, right? And clean her up a bit. I did price, everything's on sale now for finishes in the hardware store in town, both of them. Home Hardware has a bunch of different finishes, but even on sale, and I kid you not, they want 90 bucks for a gallon of basically polyurethane on that floor. And what I want to do with the floor, I'll let her go as long as I can, but I want to take and put I want to rent a belt sander, like a floor sander is what I mean, and sand all this down. I'll keep the dust. I'll mix that with 1 gallon of lacquer sanding sealer. That'll fill all the little divots in the floor, right? Right across it. Then sand that down, right? Then put a couple of coats, 3 coats of poly on her, and it'll be a beautiful floor, right? Expensive. There's another 300 bucks there, but not concerned about that stuff yet. But it's in the back of my mind. There's what I'm concerned about. I want to get them hooked up because I want heat in here. Without the heat, I'm going to have problems. I'm not going to have problems with water, but I'm going to have problems with moisture, and it could get kind of moldy and stinky, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. But that's my little video, and I'll start working on some other things here and get some more lamps and stuff hooked up. I'm trying to find out where to get the wicks for them, and I broke a shade or two, so I need a couple of shades, right? I'll get, I don't know if this video is going to be dark or not for you folks, but I'm going to get my overhead wagon wheel chandelier geared up on a pulley, right? So you can just lower it down, light it, put it back up, right? Without getting on a ladder, right? And that's my little spiel for today. I better go in and do some cooking, and that's that. I'll turn my little light off. Oh yes, one more thing. What I might do too, throughout the winter, I do have a little bit of wire, so I'm going to wire the cabin, right? And I'll put an outlet back in here and run it out so I can hook the generator up, right? So I can have generator power. And it'd be nice to have it hardwired before I do the chinking, then I can hide all the wiring in the cabin with my chinking. So it won't be too many outlets. It'll be like one there, a couple over here, one up there. Well, I guess there'll be a few, but right? And have all that done. And that's pretty well my rant then. God bless folks, and have a happy Sunday. And I appreciate the donations, I really do, right? I couldn't do this stuff. I really couldn't. I couldn't do this without you guys, without your help, right? Because you guys did all this for me. All this foam was bought by donations, right? I didn't get a lot. I got about, I think I got 7 now, right? Some were like $5, some were, one was 38. That was a cool one. But every cent helped me, right? Like really, for the price of a coffee, it makes a difference, because that's American money, which is almost like it's a big difference, right? But I'm not a scrounger, so like I said, it's not just me looking for something here. Your guys are going to get something back too. Like somebody will win a painting of mine. And what I was kind of hoping, but not hoping, it would be some cool to have just a little bit of snowfall after that stove is hooked up. And I'd like to paint the cabin in the snow. Maybe even put a few little Christmas lights on it. It would look nice, right? That would make a nice painting. But I can also paint that in my head without doing any of that. But it's coming, folks. And like I say, I really do appreciate the donations, right? So you can donate to me at my email account, which is waynescountry at hotmail.com. That would be nice, right? Make me happy. Also, it feels good to donate stuff. And actually, everybody that donated is poor. And that's funny, but everyone, and I mean that, everyone is financially in a bad situation, right? Some more than others, and that was amazing. It really tugged up my heartstrings, to tell you the truth, right? There's lots of rich people out there. I guess that's why they're rich. They don't care about anything else but themselves. That's not very nice, Wayne. No, but it's true. But that's my little spiel, folks. God bless, and have a wonderful Sunday. There will be pictures after this of what I'm cooking today, too, which is a lot. 4 pounds of baked beans today, too. All right, folks. God bless. Take care.